seemingly been surrounded. We knew that there was going to be a lot of foot traffic coming through this area based off the forecast tower spawn, but with Peterbot and Pollo seemingly in full control of that, Clix, Veno, they're now going to have to choose a new method to try and establish some surge tag damage. And again, with Storm closing in on their backs, they could take their time. They could still potentially loop back around, hit the vending machine that they're familiar with, if that's still standing.
Vino looking to see if he can find any tags anywhere. Meanwhile, Chicho and Trulex, they've been putting on a performance worth studying. You have to start to wonder now, what is it about their drop spot, their mid game, their early game that they've been able to do so well, that they've continued to make end game and then perform at the highest caliber, now being one of the few teams in the race here for the first place. But they still have to keep it up. They've still been contested, although the team that's there has given them a little bit of room to work with. Meanwhile, a team that has a lot less room, Swizzy and Yapko, right? We all know the Raft has been highly fought after. They have 3 Elans, so they're not making it easy for anyone, but hold up, Clix is in a battle.
It's Crisp on the other side of this box, but Clix, Veno definitely looking a lot more healthy than their counterpart, and sure enough, Veno is gonna close this one out. That's another elimination, 12 points already. Keep in mind, that point multiplier doesn't just come into effect for the placements, but eliminations also being worth 6 apiece. It's a great way to climb. But Veno, Clix, they've gotta be careful, sneaking up when they least expect it from 2 separate sides. Aspect, Kazi, Damo resigns. This could go from bad to worse in a moment.
Yeah, Clix already hears the shots coming out here, so they're not slick by any means. He does have a couple of splashes here, so being able to get their HP up is not going to be too much of a problem. Meanwhile, Vino looking to alpha up some positioning over Kazi and Aspect here. Trying to see what this team wants to do. Vino clearly doesn't want to stick around for too much longer. It's a lot of risk involved here. He does have a couple of med kits. I like what he's doing, though. He's inching his way across here, saying if you really want to do this, we're going to do it box to box, mano a mano. And there's the loot that he was trying to secure. Now he has got max mats, and there isn't much more for him to worry about here. However, if they stick around too much longer, I mean, only trouble is waiting for them.
At the same time, they've got to be really careful on how they choose to disembark and rotate out of here, because with so many eyes on, there is a high likelihood they could get tagged up in the process. And it's very nice that Veno was able to secure those max mats, because Clix having to build the entire way as they maneuver out of that location next to Sandy Steps.
Take a look at the highlight here from Chap and Teeny. Strong EU duo, very consistent and for good reason. They take down FKS and Adapter there in a head-to-head engagement. Adapter still standing, actually, as we jump in live here, even after the save, but unfortunate now as they get fully finished. Trap goes down, the save's gonna come in. More shots from the distance here. It's Vico and Flixie hearing what's happening. Bobby and Larpex inside the base nearby as well. In come Muzz and Epic Whale. They hear the action. They're gonna need some surge. So it's a melting pot of regions and competition coming together now.
It's just the way that we're seeing all of these teams essentially conglomerate on top of each other. We didn't get a whole lot of this in day one, but the adjustments that everyone is trying to adapt to last second here, causing so many hiccups for everyone else that teams are encountering across the way. Pollo and Peterbot even working their way through the storm. Got eyes on Yapko and Swizzy. They clearly want the fight, but way off in the distance, teams a little bit closer to that edge of zone, putting even more pressure still onto Peterbot and Pollo. They are not getting the same clean rotations that they had all day yesterday.
Now keep in mind, this is a team that has landed on each other, right, coming into the season. So Peterbot and Pollo now forcing a back out because tags are coming in from the distance is definitely not ideal by any means. However, if they found the tags that they need, they won't have the problem they had in match number 7, right? They were so far below the surge. This lobby's starting to cut down pretty quick, so We are just gonna have to see what happens when the zone closes here.
Problem though, Peterbot, he's the only one with the medkit. Pollo, he's got to hope that he can find some bandages, a medkit, any form of white heals along the way. But that moment doesn't seem like it's going to come. A lone couple of bananas, and Peterbot knows he's just gonna have to let his duo fall. He'll make the play for the revive after he expends this medkit, but they've still got so much ground to cover, and a team already choosing to close in. Sky, Scroll, they have the immediate collapse. Peterbot, can he get Pollo up?
They've been watching, they saw what happened, and then they saw the name that went down. Peterbot fully armors himself up. Every wall is covered here. They will have to literally break him out and then fight, and he is ready. Rifle in hand, shotgun in the backup kit, ready to go. He tries to go for the wall place first. Very smart done. However, starting to run out of material. Peterbot is one of the best in the world, and for good reason. You just cannot stop him if he